last movie theater movie of 2023. And it's great. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising Hope from Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is The Color Purple. The Color Purple is a remake of sorts, a second adaptation of the book by Alice Walker, and remake to a degree of the 1985 classic film directed by, in that regard, by Steven Spielberg. This film is also an adaptation of the stage play. It is a musical, and just like it's based on The Color Purple, the musical, and essentially, it retells the story with some songs. The Color Purple is directed by Blitz Bazawule. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. And what is the film about? Well, the film centers on Celie. She and her sister, whose best friend is her sister, Nettie. Celie is played in a shared role, first by Felicia Pearl Mapasi. I hope I'm saying the name correctly. And secondly by singer Fantasia Barrino, who also played the role on stage. And Nettie is played by Halle Bailey and later by Sierra. And they are close as can be, which is, helpful because there's not a lot of love in Celie's life. Her father is a brutish monster who basically raped her twice, resulting in 2 children. That he then gave away, and the first chance he gets, he marries her off to a mean-spirited fella by the name of Mister. He's played by Coleman Domingo, and who is an abusive son of a bitch who beats her and is a total demanding taskmaster. And has, 3 children of his own, one of whom grows up. That one is by the name of Harpo. He's played by Corey Hawkins, to sadly be something of a mini version of his father. But within this world are some people that change her life for the better. Those include Sophia, Harpo's on-again, off-again wife/lover. She's played in a scene-stealing turn by Danielle Brooks. And even more specifically by also Mary Agnes, aka Squeak, played by her, but the singer. But also, more importantly, her life is even further changed by a woman that both she and Mr. have eyes on, that being Shug Avery, a famous singer, Shug Avery, played by Taraji P. Henson. And when she's around, Mr. seems to be a little less of a monster, which is why Celie likes having her around, and eventually starts to really like her. But can she overcome, and can she find hope and faith in her life, and can she be reunited with her sister and her 2 children? It's going to be a journey full of music and emotion. And can she get out of the unfermented thumb of the evil Mister? Yeah. And it's let the uplift begin. So, The Color Purple is a movie that had a lot that could have gone against it. It is it is produced by Oprah Winfrey and Steven Spielberg, which was a good sign. But having not seen the Broadway show or heard any of the songs, I was skeptical, but because I have read the book and I've seen the original film. And I was worried how they were going to put this story, it's a very dark story, into a musical context. I am happy to report that with some minor reservations aside, they knocked it out of the park. I loved The Color Purple. I thought this was absolutely fantastic. It is simply a great story, retold very, very, very well. The acting is phenomenal, particularly by Barrino. and Brooks in particular, although I also quite like Taraji P. Henson, who is honestly the most I've been honestly attracted to her since Hustle and Flow in this role. She's really great. She brings a lot of spice and zazz to this performance. The cameos are fun. One particular from the original film was a big surprise and got a big smile from me. The musical numbers are spectacular. One particular one, which was done to the tune of sort of washboards and hammers hitting the ground. Very, very, very good choreography. And it's big and emotional, and it made me cry multiple times and cheer on Celie once again. It's a really great film. I really enjoyed it. And that's why I kind of hate to nitpick, but I do have a couple of quibbles, just little quibbles that keep it from going to the plus range for me on The Color Purple. The first and foremost is, even though I think it handled it better than I was expecting, one thing that's unavoidable in this version is that the edges are sanded down a little bit. And I feel like at times that sort of creates a tonal imbalance of the darkness and the light. The mixture doesn't feel quite as perfect all the time. And there are some scenes in particular, juxtaposed with other ones, that I think don't work in the context of this adaptation. I don't think it works tonally at all. But, that being said, the acting is phenomenal, the musical numbers are great, and still, for though it is so easy to recommend this film, this is simply a great story, very well told, and when you get to the big uplifting, I call it the Jennifer Hudson and Dreamgirls moment, the I'm Here song, the big sort of solo number that Fantasia has. It'll take a hard heart not to both tear up and want to cheer. I love The Color Purple. This is a really terrific film. And yeah, it's a great last film in the theaters for the year. Not last film I'm seeing this year, but last film in the theaters this year. And I'm going to give The Color Purple, yeah, you see it, bang, 5 out of 5 stars for The Color Purple. This was a really, 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 really good adaptation. Spielberg would be proud. They did a very, very, very good job. All right. Yeah, that's Color Purple. 5 out of 5 stars. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Inside Out 2, talked about it looks good. American Fiction, talked about it looks good. I wish it would finally come to more theaters, though. Origin, talked about it looks good. The Book of Clarence, talked about it looks good. Argyle, talked about it looks good. Bob Marley, One Love, talked about it looks good. Dune Part 2, talked about it looks good. Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire, talked about it looks good. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right, although there were some fun little graphics at the beginning of the credits. But yeah, otherwise, there's nothing after. All right, that is it. We will be back on and off throughout the week, hopefully. I'm going to try to do as many as I can. It may only be a couple, it may be many. Catch-up reviews, and then Sunday we will have a review of the documentary. Sunday, which is New Year's Eve, we will have a review. Talk correctly, Grant. We'll have a review of the documentary Time Bomb Y2K. That's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class of Mist. I love you 3,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinPopcornWithGrant, Twitter, I'm at RaisinGrant. You can find me on Facebook, RaisinPopcornWithGrant, Instagram threads, and TikTok at RaisinPopcornWithGrant. Serialized, all one word, on lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Blue Sky Social, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raisin Popcorn with Grant Podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of The Color Purple? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? I think my opinion's good. I think I'm full of shit. Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around.